Hey everyone, welcome to another live edition of Real Hazardous.
Glad you're here.
Thank you for tuning in. This is kind of our live or last live, video of the summer. We'll have a few scattered throughout the winter, but it's kind of our last regular one. So if you got any questions, comments, or anything, now's the time. Shout it out.
Exactly. We're going to kind of talk about the summer in review here a little bit about the bait situation, which I understand they did catch a few pogies today, but
Cool.
it has been crazy about getting bait. And the fishing, king fishing to me was slower this year than it. We come off some good years, I guess, and it maybe it's average this year, but it seems slower.
What we got, Kayla?
First Catch Fishing said, hey, what's up?
How's it going, First Catch? Thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in.
Yep, first catch. That's always the best. But you know what? Let me tell you something. I've been out on the boat, first line in, catch a fish, and not catch another one the rest of the day. It's kind of like it's a jinx or something.
It's kind of funny, like, sometimes at the start of a good day, sometimes it's like when your football team, kick off, boom, they're running and score, and you're like, this game's gonna be awesome. And like,
That's
they don't
it.
score the rest of the game.
That's it.
It's like,
Enjoy that 30 seconds or 15 seconds of fame because then it's a long game after that.
Romeo says, hey, you guys.
Hey, Romeo.
how's it going, Spinning Ballyhoo from Marathon?
Spinning Ballyhoo sent me a few pictures. He's been down there getting the lobster. Now, Spinning Ballyhoo's had I guess, a good summer because he was down there for a month in June and July. And then he came back and he's back down there for a week. So we hate you, actually.
I need to go back down.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I'm glad you're doing good. And I see he's been getting the lobster.
Oh, sweet. Very
Getting
good.
pretty good.
Hey, Romeo's tuning in from Tampa, Florida.
How's it going, Romeo?
All right,
Jose
Romeo.
said, how you guys doing? Hope all is well.
Who was that?
Jose.
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 He's in Puerto Rico right now.
Oh,
Hey,
Puerto Rico.
Jose. I understand they had a little bit of storm there, didn't they? And then where that storm came through here, or I think it might have just missed it. Might have just
Yeah, I think that was more south.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's see. Andre said positive vibes. He's also from Puerto Rico.
Oh, awesome, Andre. Thanks for
Very
tuning
good.
in.
Yes. In fact, I got a guy at work. He's been asking me to go to
Puerto
Puerto Rico. His family's from there, and take us out there and do some fishing. So we'll see if that ever works out.
Okay, First Catch Fishing wants to know if we ever got the pictures of Wahoo.
I did,
We
and I
did.
shared them. Thank you.
Oh,
Actually,
that was a monster
oh,
wahoo.
yeah.
What did he say? He was freelining a
A
grunt?
grunt. Yeah, live grunt.
Well, my personal best, a 65 pounder, I was freelining or floating a dead cigar minnow behind the boat and he blistered it. So
My biggest red snapper was a live grunt. We just put it back there. It's kind of like a freebie bait when you put that flat line back. You're bottom fishing, you're doing other stuff. You got this bait back there. You don't have to mess with, and boom, big fish hits it.
right, we get cobia and everything. Everything likes grunts. Yes, ma'am.
Spinning Valley, who said it was because of his lucky Real Hazardous shirt.
Thanks. And Spinning Valley, we got to get together and go fishing. I know we've been talking about it. We got to do it this year. I want to ride that down that 31-foot
Cat boat.
cat boat and see how that thing rides.
Okay, Ocean Deep Fishing said, hey everyone, sorry to hear this is the last live post. Tell your dad he's liking the garden videos.
Okay, yeah, we'll have the winter garden variety coming up here pretty soon. And actually, I just did plant a little bit more from the summer type veggies, just to in the fall time we just plant enough for us, but in the spring we plant tons.
It's not really true, but
Well, sort of, kind of. It's scaled down. Let me just.
it is scaled down. I'll put it that
Yeah,
way.
just like a
But it's not
fish.
going to be our last live video.
Yeah.
We'll have more, just not
Right.
every week.
It won't be
Right.
as consistently every Thursday. So
Okay, Romeo said his best wahoo was a 70-pound one.
Oh, nice.
yeah, that's a nice. Man, them wahoo are a blast to catch too. We caught them by accident. We caught them on purpose, and they're just fun to catch.
What we got?
One more. Frank said, Captain Frank checking in.
Hey,
What do
Captain
you guys
Frank.
think of fishing Sunday out of Jack's? Light winds out of the northeast. Is it going to be worth it?
I think so. I talked to somebody today, and they did fairly decent on the Kings. The thing about it right now is in the past they've been everywhere. Seems like they're concentrated on certain reefs, so you may have to move around a lot. But if the pogies are still there Saturday and Sunday, I'd grab them and get you a bunch of them and chum with those live boys.
Now the northeast kind of has me a little leery because usually it's a little rougher with the northeast. Doesn't necessarily mean it will be. I think Saturday it's out of the south.
South is supposed
So-
to be. It's supposed to come around the southeast, I think, is the
Right. But fishing wise, it does sound like the fish are biting. So
Yeah, and
More
5 to
so.
10 out of the northeast won't be too terribly bad. Fish south, well, you can ride with it going south, then you just get your brains beat out coming back in, you know. So.
Yeah, Andre said it's been 1 month since he's gone fishing.
Oh man.
Dang, Andre, you all right?
Or 1 month.
You ain't got
since-
COVID or nothing, do
1
you?
month since he don't go fishing.
You ain't got the COVID or nothing, do you?
Withdrawals.
I'm
Try.
out. I'd have withdrawals.
What? What?
I'd have withdrawals if I hadn't been in a month. I'd be going to the doctor.
Yeah. Yeah. Get a prescription to go fishing.
My doctor would even say if you hadn't been in a month and you got some issues, they'd be doing tests,
Mm-hmm.
blood tests, and all kind of stuff.
Jose said, wind out of the west, stay home is best.
I've always heard wind out of the west, fishing is best. Wind out of the south, blow it in the fish's mouth. Wind out of the east, the fish bite least, and wind out of the north, stay home.
And
I guess you could come up with a rhyme for anyway. Wind out of the east, the fish are a beast.
Yeah, who knows?
he said also said that fishing calms him. Romeo said he went out after the hurricane passed in the Gulf, and they slayed grouper, snapper, and kingfish.
Well,
Nice.
how far you got? You having to go out, Romeo? And where are you going out of? Is he down in what, the Keys, Romeo, or Tampa?
Romeo?
Yeah.
Tampa.
Tampa.
Okay, I wonder how far you have to go out to get to him.
So let's see. First catch went out of Mayport, 60 miles. Got triggers and beeliners and groupers.
Man, do we like them triggers or what? We get on them triggers sometimes, and we'll get double headers of them, and that is a good eating fish. Make you slap your mama.
We're hoping to get back out to the ledge soon.
Uh-huh.
Spinning Valley said, oh, Nero has music video with those rhymes.
Right.
There you go. Hey, and the thing is, when you go out there trolling for those wahoo, mark those bottoms, because that's where you're going to catch your triggerfish and your big beeliners and what's the other ones?
Porgies.
Yeah, red Porgies. and
Grouper. All that
Grouper.
stuff. It's funny you're saying fishing calms them. I was kind of thinking, not always.
Yeah, if it's about 10-foot seas, it might take the calmness out of it.
I
you know.
can think of a few intense situations, not including seas at all.
Yeah. Those are hard to edit. I feel like I get all in a bad mood watching y'all.
There you go.
When are you going for Cubera snapper?
Yeah. You know, we've never caught a cabera, and I've always wanted to. I guess that's big in the Keys.
He said they only eat live lobster.
That's what I heard today. But I thought maybe
Right.
diving, maybe you got to see one, but y'all never seen one, have you? Did you know?
No, not that I've noticed. But some of them, when they're small, like, I mean, I haven't seen a big cubera, I noticed that, but sometimes if it's a juvenile, you know, it could kind of blend in with
Like
a small
mangrove
mangrove
yeah,
or
or
mutton,
something like
and I
that.
just may
Yeah.
not pay attention.
Ocean Deep Fishing has said, hey, I just noticed Dad's not wearing his muscle shirt.
I changed up today. I threw a change up on you guys. I wanted to wear this one.
You even asked me, you're like, should I wear this or should I try and do something different?
Yeah,
Wear
I asked Kev if I thought I should wear the tank top, and she says no white beaters today. Let's just go with the regular one.
Yeah,
So-
he's rocking the performance. I actually thought about wearing a tank top, which would have been funny. I would have been in a tank top. He would have been in the
I feel
performance.
like you should go change.
Uh-huh. I love those tank tops though. Freedom to fight the fish. Plus, I believe in your right to bear arms. But go ahead.
Jose say use a live lobster to get past the amberjacks.
Oh,
I think I
gotcha.
actually heard of that before.
Yeah, I guess the amberjacks won't mess with the lobster. That's about the only thing they won't bite. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
I could see him not being able to bite like a lobster. I mean, Scubera's got, you know, big snapping, crushing teeth, but
Yeah,
mangrove, I feel like they don't quite have the mouth for it.
yeah. We gotta try that. We'll try that. You ever caught one? You let us know if you ever caught one and what the tricks are. Deep, shallow, where they hang out.
First Spinning Valley, who said you're being more formal for the last show.
That's it. Spinning Valley. You got it. And
He also asked, does Jeremy ever die for lobster out of Jacksonville? Some of the crew he's here with in Marathon do.
We've done it occasionally, and we're trying to get back out. My brother especially likes to do it. Haven't done it this year yet, but we'd like to, because, I mean, you get some big ones.
Yeah.
It can get hard this year, I find, because, like, you know, hurricanes and stuff start rolling in. So sometimes, like last year, they kind of interrupted us, but I'd like to.
Yeah, and off Jacksonville, you don't have to measure any of them. They're main thing is eggs. You got to egg bearers or seem
Yeah.
like out there, but
Hey, Jim was saying the last day of summer is September 22nd. Should we expect another live video on the 23rd?
That's a good thought there.
That means Florida, it's always summer, I like to think.
Right.
You get a couple days of winter.
Yeah, if we get into a good flounder run or something, maybe we'll throw a video on there and do a live feed on it.
Yeah.
Maybe even out there from the spot.
And Jim, can you hear us well? We tried something different.
Yeah, we're doing a different mic, so can you guys hear us better? Let us know if this is working a little better. Oh, he said yes. Cool.
Very good.
Okay, Andre said that they're going marlin fishing on Friday.
Oh,
you
nice.
should try it.
Well,
I'd love to.
Yeah. We've had a marlin hit one of our mahi out there before, but we've never. And then I had one way back in the day in the Keys take a mahi from me.
I'd like to.
Maybe I should just give this to you because there's a lot to catch up on.
Like to do. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Like I said, I like to do marlin. I don't know if you think you're up for marlin.
Oh yeah.
Takes a little more patience than some of the other
Yeah,
fishing.
and Jeremy, I tell you, I'm probably not the most patient person, but I know that's hard to believe.
Sometimes we get trolling and stuff, and we're not kind of like, oh, let's go bottom fishing.
Yeah,
Like,
let's just throw a change up in there. About
Okay.
4 hours is about all I can stand without catching a fish.
That's
That's a long time too.
Yeah, Romeo said that senior's always showing his muscles
Mm-hmm.
up there. He got all those to
Okay,
read.
let's see.
The
Yeah.
comments are pouring in today.
Mm-hmm. What are our thoughts on when the wahoo are going to come closer into shore round jacks?
This would probably be the time of the year they'd be the closest, I would think, wouldn't you?
I mean, I would actually summer. I would say June, July. Like I know of guys king fishing who catch wahoo. Actually, in the King Buster, that was June, I think middle into June. A friend of ours who did the wahoo seminar, Steve, they caught like a 70 or 80 pound wahoo when they were king fishing.
You think he's at Elm Bottom?
I'm not sure, but I know like I've seen big fish like that caught,
Right.
20 miles out. I've heard them caught even closer, but I would say this is the time of year because it's when the water is warm and they'll
Right.
feel comfortable coming in. Let's see.
First
Romeo caught a Kubera snapper, only fish at night. Okay, that's a
Very
good tip
good.
to know.
How deep too, Romeo? We got to have all the particulars.
Jose caught 10, only came up 2 complete sharks. Oh man, tax man.
10 Cabarrus?
Yeah. Was that 10 Kubera, Jose?
Did you see that first catch fishing? How his friend caught a lobster on a Mayport and it was a 12-pounder.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
there are some big ones out of there too, and we've had several that were
Mhm.
8 to 10 pounders.
A friend of ours caught one and he laid it on the scuba tank and it was like same size as a scuba tank. It's crazy.
And then what'd you do?
What's
In the
that?
Keys, you caught one and laid it on a pony tank. Just
Oh
for-
right, yeah, pony little spare air.
Yeah.
Not quite the same. Okay, so wahoo around November, yeah. For us, that's when they get going good, but they're further out. But
Usually Thanksgiving, they say after Thanksgiving is the start of it.
let's see. Do we do any stone crabbing? Haven't done any stone crabbing yet.
No, not yet. We've seen them in the winter down in the Keys. Sometimes we'll see them, but we haven't actually went out there after them.
Andre's going fishing in the Bahamas next year. That'd be pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, that'd be a blast.
Let's see. Matt said 36 days till their first drop.
First drop.
Let's see. Jose is marlin at Floyd's Wall. That'd be pretty cool. Have to check that
I hear
out.
a lot about that, don't you?
Mhm.
The wall.
Let's see. Bahamas has lots of barracudas, makes it hard for wahoo. I heard that's why they do a lot of high-speed trolling.
Right.
Gets rid of that kind of bycatch.
We only had one barracuda on high speed. That was when we first started, so he probably hit it before it got it going.
Yeah, probably. Ocean Deep is going bridge fishing tomorrow with his girlfriend. Still waiting on a new boat, but definitely need to hook up when that happens. Maybe a flounder video trip.
That's
So,
it.
that'd be
As
cool.
deep, I grew up fishing on the bridges here out of Jacksonville for trout, flounder, and redfish. So, yeah, when I was little, my dad would drop me off at the bridges in the morning and pick me up in the evening. Lots of bridge fishing.
Yeah. So so they're talking about Marlin at Floyd's Wall, and Frank said that's what he heard Romeo about. Wahoo will arrive in November. So,
Right.
Prior, I don't know if it's different in Tampa. Could be the same.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you get a defined wall or temperature break until probably in November or maybe December.
Yeah, I think that's what consolidates them, makes
Right.
them easier to target.
Right.
Jose said about time to get the bows out. Do
No,
some-
spinning ballet.
I'm sorry, spinning ballet. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Spring Valley, we've been, we actually have deer come in my backyard back there.
Mhm.
Last night we had a couple of does. I planted some corn, cause it's kinda open and they wouldn't come out during the daytime.
Mhm.
So I planted some corn back there, cause when I did that several years back, I shot a nice, 8, 9 pointer.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see if that makes a difference. Yeah, I know they'll come there eating corn if I can just get them to come out during the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
Frank was saying he enjoyed the last catch and clean video. Ready to see more of how the Therns like to cook their fish, their
Oh.
catch.
There you go.
Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
Do we have any cooks?
We do.
or
We have a
just clean?
tuna
Catch
catch
and
and clean. We will have some cooking ones coming up,
Uh-huh.
so that'll be fun.
So we do a Boston butt cook one night?
Don't catch that.
That would be like a hunt and cook,
There you go.
Shoot.
which we can do a shoot and cook.
But yeah, if your neighbor's got a hog, it could be your neighbor's. Just don't let them know you're having pork after his pig goes missing, you know?
We'll go wild hog hunting and do a
There you go.
clean and cook.
Which we do have a lot of hogs up here, guys, and
Mhm.
it's kind of fun to do it. I walked out with my bow one time to set my bow stand up, walked into a pack of boars, and then they didn't run or nothing. They just kind of stood there and looked at me.
Mhm.
So I kind of threatened them, but they weren't impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Andre said last time he went fishing, two wahoos just took his $400 lures right off. That's why he took a break.
Boy, don't you hate that when that happens? Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, check those connections. Use that cable.
Mhm.
What else? Because we haven't really lost a lot, but usually when they do, they get tangled up with one
Mhm.
hits and
Yeah.
run into another.
Okay, Ocean Deep said that Kubera fishing's best at night fishing with live lobster drifting over.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And Spinning Valley, who wants to see the anchor recovery video.
Yeah.
We actually have that one coming up, don't we? Or we have one?
I haven't got to it just yet. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
that was interesting because we went down. You know, you gave us numbers and we go down, and this was right before that storm, Isaias or
Yeah,
whatever.
Isaiah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a little rough out there, but we found the current wasn't bad. So we're like, okay, we can do this. So we go down, and I'm going down, and I'm looking for the rope, and I'm not seeing. I'm navigating. Chris was with me, and we go a good ways. I'm like, I'm way too far. So like, well, let's double back. So we're coming back, and I'm trying to hit another angle, and finally we're going. I'm like, man, I'm getting low on air, and I see another anchor. I'm like, oh, there's an anchor. Let's grab that real quick. And we go to grab it, and when we do, I start looking like, wait a second, there's a rope. So I kind of picked up the rope, and it had the same braiding you described. So we followed the rope, like, oh, it's here. So we were able to pop it up, and
That rope certainly helps. Doesn't it?
yeah, that was a big help.
Frank wants to know how deep does he need to fish to catch a Boston butt?
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe
From the
it's
tree,
like
yeah, about
how
12 foot
high
up
do you
in the
need
tree.
to
Yeah,
fish?
exactly.
Get up a little bit, drop a hook down. I like to hook a corn on the cob hole on my hook.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Get
Use a
a-
130 braid.
That'd be
Hold
pretty
on.
funny to take our 70 wides and put a corn on a cob and hook a wild boar in the tusk. Like fighting them up.
That's right.
Use wire cable because that tusk is abrasive and will
Right.
cut you off.
We weren't good on shepherds, didn't we? Remember? We had our shepherd video.
Yeah.
What you got, Miss Kayla?
William said it's been a tough summer from the beach.
Oh, you talking about? It's been a tough summer period. Oh, COVID's killing us.
2020's been a beach, that's
I
for
know.
sure.
I know. No pun intended there, huh?
Just minutes been, you know,
Mm.
hot. But anyways, so yeah, 2020, man, what a year. Fishing has been interesting. The way, like kingfishing, I really don't think kingfishing's been that bad. I think it was almost as good as last year. Not the last day of last year, that trip was just the best, but
Phenomenal, yeah.
we've had some really great trips this year. We just haven't had bait. And the fact that we're getting so many fish on like dead bait, like I'm throwing some pretty ugly looking baits and I'm
Yeah.
catching fish.
Yeah, we got
You
some
know.
cigar minnows are born rotten and then they just get worse.
Right.
So, and some of that stuff we barely can hold them to the hook. We got 4 pending. We got there in this calendar.
Okay, Ocean Deep said that September, October is the best time for Cabera because they're spawning.
Oh, good.
Jose said that he's in Big Pine.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
And then
sweet.
probably my favorite comment of the night, Romeo said, shout outs to Kayla. She's always doing the hard work.
That is true too,
Yeah,
and
no
she
idea.
she puts probably more hours than anybody on this stuff.
I mean, Gary does a lot of hard work.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no doubt he does. I mean, him and Mama does too. But
She's come a long way. She's editing a lot of the videos you're seeing, and she doesn't have she was never trained on this. I actually started editing the videos, and Kayla, I need some help. She's like, I can't edit videos. Like, can let me show you how to cut them. Just rough cut them, and I'll finish them. So she's like, okay. And it's like, I need you to edit the whole thing.
And go out on the boat and film.
Right,
and
now
here's
she's
your
filming
list
on
of
the
20
boat.
videos.
yeah, she comes out and films with us and all, and yeah, she's a super big asset for it.
Mm-hmm.
Frank was saying that a friend of his, Captain Tim, said Fernandina beach fishing has been good for big kings. What are your thoughts of Fernandina versus Jack's Beach for the big kings?
Right, yeah, I've heard that Fernandina's been
Um,
good, especially right down there off of what was the big motel down there, the big fancy one.
Amelia?
Yeah, it's off Amelia, but not it's the Hyatt or the Ritz or something.
I'm not
But
sure.
they were biting good out there, and there's supposed to be a lot of tarpon out there along the edge too.
To be honest, I think, any given time, I don't know, I don't see St. Augustine, Jacksonville, Amelia necessarily being better on any given day, but just on certain times, I think the fish move up. Certain times they'll be off Canaveral better, places off St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra. You get Southeast Hole red tops, and then they move north. You'll hit Nassau Bottom, Nassau Sound, further up. So
All the bait, huh?
it had been slow past few weeks, so they could have moved up north, and it could be really good up there right now. So
Jose was saying that they closed the fish house at mile marker 8, and they finally opened Fish Busters Wholesale, Stock Island.
Oh, okay.
Talking about
cool.
all the things, closed down.
oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
COVID, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. JJ, Lisa Gardner says hi, and she wants strawberries at work. That's
All right,
from
Lisa.
Spinning Valley who said.
Lisa, we're gonna plant probably another batch of roses. These guys love big strawberries.
Uh-huh.
Not, but anyhow, hopefully we'll have a good year in them. Last year was a really good year. We had a ton of them.
So, quick side note, in the winter, we're going to be doing some other fun videos. Pretty excited about, a little bit different. I need some help with some of them, though. So, if any of you guys can help, I need, y'all to fill out a questionnaire. It's pretty simple, easy questions. Just kind of read the question, first thing that pops in your mind. If any of you guys can help fill that out for me, just shoot me, your email or some way I can, email you something. And I'll email you some questions. You can just answer it real quick and email it back. That'd be great.
Or they can reach out to you, Instagram?
Yeah,
Facebook?
Instagram, realhazardous@gmail.com. I'll put a link in this video and some of my next ones. It'll be fun. I think it'll be cool. I think you'll really enjoy how it turns
Yeah,
out.
it's gonna be a little bit kind of a lot fun and games. When the fish ain't biting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Romeo was saying that St. Augustine is the best place for wahoo, that we don't need to run to the Bahamas. LOL.
We fished at actually our biggest one came out of St. Augustine.
Yeah, that's
years ago. But we've caught some good ones. At one day we had the one right off the bat, and then we went to slow stroll, and that one blister that broke our line.
We high speed trolling. I'll be off with St. Augustine a lot of times. I may leave Jacksonville, but if you're going 15 miles an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours,
yeah.
you're in
You're
St.
in.
Augustine, trolling around, full day I could be trolling Fernandina, St. Augustine, back and forth, so.
That's it. Covered a lot of ground on that high speed.
Okay, Frank wants you to tell him a little bit about getting caught in storms during fishing. He saw that last week a captain went 50 miles out and found storms on the way in. What do you guys like to call it? When do you guys like to call it a day and head in?
Well, usually when the fish quit biting, or we filled the boat up, one of the two.
Well,
but yeah, with the storms and all, we do have radar on our boat, and we do kind of monitor them, especially in the summer times when you got to really watch them. And if we see something building up, and with our boat, we can go around them a lot of times. Most of the storms coming off Jackson aren't that big.
well, sometimes, I've been, I'll know when guys are fishing, maybe I'm working, I'll check the radar, and you see a huge band, and you're like, you ain't avoiding that one, because it's just going all the way off.
Just grin and bear it.
A lot of
slow it down and come through it. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, the best thing obviously is you don't want to get caught in that. So one thing is if you know there's going to be storms, a good chance of storms. Usually they're afternoon, so go early and just be ready to come back early. On the radio, you know, keeping track, like some of our friends and charter guys, they've got the serious weather. They can see where storms are at, and you know if there's lightning in them, stuff like that. Radar, things like that. A lot of times in the summer, we're not very far out. That guy was, so, you know.
Yeah, 50 miles out is a long way to have to come through the storm, you know.
Right.
I've been out there 30 miles and I had to come through it in the small boat, and that was no fun.
Yeah, sometimes you just, you know, you just want to avoid it, you know. Play it safe, that's all I can say, you know. If you're a little nervous about it, come inshore and fish, you know.
Right.
Like, you don't have to go in, you know, like what we did one time. We came in and we kind of got through the storm, and we're like, well, you know, we're off the beach. There's some shrimp boats. Let's fish behind the shrimp boats for a little while. And we weren't far, so when the next storm did pop up, we're like, okay, it's time to go. You know.
Brandon said it's not as easy to avoid on a jet ski for
That's
sure.
right.
Right, that's for sure, yeah.
Yeah, at least we have a T-top and a little bit of a curtain. We can
Right.
dodge the rain hitting you.
It's that lightning that
Yeah,
that stings when you get hit by it.
yeah.
Yeah, Romeo said run when it starts lightning.
Oh yeah, and that's what a good thing too. Why we went from twin 200s to twin 300s on our boat, and it's kind of like there was another video we did a few years ago, and we were about 20 miles out, and we got the call from our buddy like, hey man, you might want to pack it in, and we could see, okay, this is building fast, so we kind of hammered in, got as close as we could before we hit any of the storm or bad weather, and then we backed off.
Yeah, slow it down and just ease. Yeah, keep that forward motion going.
Yeah, Jose was saying just be careful with thunder. Go around them. The radar tells you where it's raining and.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, we got going to do a video on some equipment to have on your boat. You know,
Yeah.
the EPIRBs, the Spot X, and
Safety
yeah,
stuff.
a lot of
Safety
stuff to
gear.
help you. So.
Didn't y'all get a fishing report from the big time?
Yeah. So.
Right. Yes. So Big Time is our friends down in the Keys,
Mhm.
and they said that the amount of people has slowed down tremendously since school started, and they went out there and they stroked the tuna like real fast, didn't they?
Yeah.
took 'em on the-
They had 9 tuna. They lost 4, but had a really good trip, and
That's just 2 of them on the boat too.
Right, yeah.
And that's a lot of work on that big old Cabo boat.
yeah.
Actually, one of them probably fishing, and one of them got.
Spinning Valley was saying, are you using radar or Sirius XM?
We just have radar, but Sirius would be nice.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're not very fancy on our electronics.
Yeah.
Maybe on the next boat we'll
Right.
get more into
Or that 42.
2020.
42 foot whatever,
44 contender, 39 contender.
or a Freeman.
Yeah, Freeman would be nice.
Because he knows his Garmin doesn't show storms unless he adds the Garmin 54.
Right.
Okay.
Lane just tuned in. He said, sorry he's late.
Hey, Lane.
What's a good speed and lure for trolling kings?
For lures for kings, I would say probably 4 or 5 miles an hour.
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, with lures. But when we turn on live bait, we'll drop it back to about 1.5 miles.
Yeah, you
On
could
that
do a lip plug or spoon, a big drone spoon. We caught some on lip plugs, like a little bomber plug. Doesn't have to be a big lip, just enough to give a little vibration.
Right, and they'll slam it.
Yeah, so probably something like that. Okay.
Especially this year with baits, it's been so sporadic.
Right.
Keep those plugs on there and keep those sabiki rigs on there. And we have a video coming out soon on how to catch
Yep, I have sabiki.
sabiki rigs. Yeah. And we struggled with that over the past years, but we finally come up with a technique that's worked well for us.
Yeah.
What GPS do you run on your boat?
It's a Garmin 741 XS.
Exactly. And then we have a backup Ray Marine, and we also have a backup handheld.
Right.
So we got actually 3 just in case of emergency. And we actually had to use the handheld. When we first got our motors done, they didn't hook the batteries right, and our electronics died, so we had to use the handheld to get back. We're at the ledge, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's thinking of a Simrad on the new one. Any ideas?
The Simrad is good. We had
Yeah.
Simrad before we had the Garmin.
I'm not familiar with which model, but Simrad, basically, like, the units are usually pretty, you don't have to get real high tech on the unit. It's more like what connects to the unit. It's like getting a good depth recorder. You know, that'll plug in pretty simple. Same
Right.
radar will plug into your unit. If you can nowadays, I would say if you can get two of the same kind. Like I know Garmin's, they'll actually all talk. So if you mark it on one, you know, if you're using your bottom machine here or your GPS here, and you mark it on your GPS, it'll save it to both machines.
Right.
So it's automatically backed up.
There you go.
Romeo's got a 30-foot Sea Hunt Sport
Oh, nice.
Edition with a pair of 300 Yamahas.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay, and then Tim Pounder said he got hit by lightning last year off of Daytona.
Ouch.
He learned the hard way. I got early, and if I start seeing tops forming on the clouds, he gets nervous and heads in.
That's right. They don't have to tell you twice, do they?
Yeah.
You've been there and done that.
Okay, Frank wants to know what's
Does that hurt? Probably a silly question, but what did that feel like?
bad.
Yeah. Like, you know, staticky.
Is your hair still like prison?
Frank wants to know what speed for drone spoons on Kings. He's been looking at planers and spoons.
That's a 4 to 5 miles an hour. Again, a lot of times in the old days, we would pull a wire line for them drone spoons and
Yeah.
put a torpedo sinker on there, and then we put like 200-pound test motto and pull that drone spoon that way.
Kind of like wahoo fishing, but not as fast. You know, you could put a torpedo weight, shock leader, a little bit of wire, drone spoon.
And by the way, we've caught kingfish high-speed trolling for a while too.
Yeah.
I've caught them several times.
Yeah.
Romy was saying that Dad didn't have any electronics back in the days, LOL, and he would have slayed the fish.
We didn't have, well, our first, not GPS, but what was it, Loran, 1,300 bucks. And had 7 waypoints. Well, actually, it had 6 and then your home waypoint.
Wow.
And man, that thing was constantly working on it. You know, the wires was always, it was a pain in the butt, but
Could you imagine
yeah.
a $1,300 piece of equipment for 7 numbers?
Yeah, big old screen on. But before we had that, we ran time distance. What you do is you knew where your reefs were, your settings, and you kind of had to figure your drift. And in the old days, they had flags on them, so you could run. If you're going to run a long ways off, you'd get in a line of flags just to make sure you were on your on track. So several times though, we missed the flag, and we ended up a lot farther out than we thought.
Yeah.
Jose was saying, thank God that 10 Pounder's still alive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. And then Spending Value asked Real Hazardous, Bahamas Crossing 2021?
Hey, if you want to do it,
Yeah.
we've been wanting to do that anyhow and try to get some.
Get a buddy boat over.
Yeah.
Do a
get
real hazardous. Everyone, come on down. We're gonna cross over.
That's
Real
right.
hazardous get together in the Bahamas.
I think 2020 didn't happen because of COVID. Nobody probably could get in there.
Yeah.
I would think they've probably been shut down, but
Hmm.
at least after March, mid-March or something.
Right.
Probably not the year you want to try and drive to a different country.
There you go. All right. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Jose was saying to find the school, then just do Big Circle. Kings are easy. And Ocean Deep said he's in on the crossover.
Gotcha.
Oh, there you
Sweet.
go.
And
Yeah.
Paige Shirley said, hello, JJ.
Hey, Paige, how's the retirement? Hopefully you're enjoying it, not having to do what we do down there. And I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Frodo50 was saying, hey, JJ and Jeremy. Mike here, Marathon Slaying the Lobster.
Very good.
Nice.
Yeah. They tell me that the end of August and September is good. We've never been down there, and then we need to try to make a trip.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool, guys. Appreciate everyone tuning in. We'll see you guys. I'm sure we'll do a live video probably in a month or two, and we're doing some other stuff. Feel free to reach out, Instagram, DM us, tag us, comment.
Yeah.
YouTube, Facebook. As always, if you know anyone who might like fishing videos, appreciate it if you share our video on Facebook or whatever. That'd be awesome.
Right, and if there's something you want to see, let us know and we'll do it. You got one more
Yeah, one quick. Lane was saying, does One Direction work better?
on the trolling? Yeah, well, we mix it up a lot. We'll figure eight it and circle it and all kind of stuff.
If I get them in one particular direction, I'll try to hit that direction again to see if it's a pattern. Sometimes they only feed in one direction, but if I make that same direction once or twice, then I'll start hitting at different angles just to see if they like a different angle.
Yeah, the spot's really more. We found the key than the angle. But
Okay, well, cool, guys. Appreciate it. Don't forget, video coming out tomorrow. Some tuna and a jet flyover.
yeah, you gotta hear that jet fly. We're scared the poop out of us. Somebody buzzed our tower.
Yeah, that's right. Blooper release, that's coming too.
Oh yeah, we got a good blooper one too. All right.
Okay, guys. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
All right, yeah. Thank you.